Welcome back to Virtual Reality. My name is Thomas and you are watching VoodooDE VR. Today we will see the next episode of the Augmented and Virtual Reality Weekly News. Let's check out the list. So Iron Man VR gets a release date finally. Onward has a community contest 2020. There's a thermal scanning augmented reality headset in an airport in Italia. Beat Saber gets hand tracking. PlayStation 5 release infos. Unreal Engine 5 gets VR support. You can now play Oculus Link via USB 2.0 cable, and Half-Life Alyx gets Steam Workshop support and a cool picture of one of my fans. That's awesome. You can also see the newest releases and sales this week. Thanks to my sponsors Woodghost VR, Open Events, Anni Defelser VR Ambassador and Alpha Blend Interactive. Let's have some fun with the video and let's go.
VoodooDE.
Finally, Iron Man VR gets a release date. There was a big influence from the coronavirus, so it has to be postponed, the release. But now we have a release date and it's July the 3rd, 2020. And I already played the game at an event and I can tell you it's awesome. You can look forward to a very cool action game. So Onward had a community contest 2020, and that was about custom maps. And I really love this kind of events or contests because now we have a lot of more custom maps for Onward. You can find these maps in the Onward workshop menu. Of course, there are thousands of maps, but some of them are really good. You can play it perfectly in multiplayer. And the winner will be announced on May 29th, 2020. I'm really looking forward to the winner, to the best custom map of Onward. You should really check that out. So this helmet looks very, very strange, to be honest. Check this out. They use this augmented reality thermal scanning headset on an airport in Rome, Italy. And so this has a camera and infrared sensor and it scans the people for their body temperature. And then you can say, oh, this might be a good candidate for the coronavirus or what. Look at this. This is how they see that. But what do you say, guys? They say it looks like RoboCop. That's right. What do you say when you see some people like these here running around and scanning you? Is that a good thing or is that too much? Write it in the comments below. Look at this. This is Oculus Quest hand tracking and you can you can use it to play miniature Beat Saber. Look at this. Look at this. There's somebody sitting in an airplane and then you can just move your index finger and then cut the cubes for Beat Saber with the lightsabers attached on your index finger. What the heck? So in the last days there were a lot of projects showing how powerful the Oculus Quest hand tracking can be. So I really hope that Oculus will invest in this stuff and perhaps even get a playable version for everybody for this miniature Beat Saber. That would be really awesome. So the next news is you have to be a little bit careful. These are only rumors. It's about the PlayStation 5 release. And Sony had an application requirements sheet here. And there they wrote something like blah, 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 to create the PlayStation 5 schedule to be released in October 2020. That is very interesting, right? This is not a long time to wait. I thought about Christmas, but October 2020 is awesome. Sony already told that this was an error, but perhaps that was not a wrong information, but perhaps they didn't want to place it there. That was an accident. So it could be right. We will see that. The PlayStation 5 will be released this year, and the PlayStation VR 2 will be released next year, I think. What do you think? How much will the PlayStation 5 cost and when will it be released? Write it in the comments below. If you didn't yet see the Unreal Engine 5 demo, then you should really do that. You can find the article of Upload VR in the description below, and then you have here the YouTube video. Just watch it. It's awesome. The graphics are perfect with the PlayStation 5. And They already told that the Unreal Engine 5 will have full VR support for the Quest, PC VR and PlayStation VR. So you can expect to have some very cool virtual reality content, and you will need a powerful machine, of course. Unreal Engine 5 will be released early 2021 as preview and later the year as full released. I'm really looking forward to Unreal Engine 5 VR content. There's a new cool update for Oculus Link, and that means we can now use USB 2.0 cables to use Oculus Link. And that means we can use the included cable that comes with the Oculus Quest, the charging cable. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to do that. I had no time to try it, so I cannot tell you what consequences that has. So perhaps there's a little bit more latency because there's low data coming through this cable, lower than with the USB 3 cable, of course. Perhaps there are some more artifacts, worse graphics, I don't know, but you can try it to get the update for the Oculus Quest. Go in the settings and info, and then you can force it, or just leave your Oculus Quest in the standby mode connected to the charging cable via overnight. I'm looking forward to try that for myself. There's a new update for Half-Life Alyx, and that means you can now have Steam Workshop support or Steam Workshop tools for making and downloading mods. So this is now much easier than using some custom mod editors or whatever. This is not the full Hammer editor for VR. It comes with the latest Source 2 level editor, some material and other editors. If you want to try it for yourself and mod and stuff, go to this link, download official modding tools, and then you can try it. It's a good step forward because it's much easier to download mods and maps for Half-Life Alyx now. So look at this cool picture. This is one of my subscribers, and he has my t-shirt. So cool. His name is Stefan, and he sent it to me and he allowed me to show it. It's so cool. So if you also want this cool t-shirt, you can find it in the Teespring shop in my on my German channel in the descriptions below. No, not in the description, under the video. There's a merchandise shop on my German channel. You can find it, the link to my German channel in the description below. If you also want me to show you in the weekly news, you can do that like this. It's so awesome. Thank you so much, Stefan. So let's check out the releases. There are not so many. On Steam we have Zen Universe. You can explore some very cool and realistic designed environments on the whole world. It's pretty expensive. Then we have Journey to the Center of the Cell. The name says it all. We can check out a human cell from inside. Antidote, this is a exploring game, a little bit an adventure where we have to check out some bacteriological weapon. Very interesting. Then on the Oculus Quest we have Mini Motor Racing X. This is a top-down racing simulation. Tetris Effect, finally for the Oculus Quest, a really cool game. Then on the Oculus Rift, Mini Motor Racing X, the same. Then the Eastern Edge for Oculus Rift. This is a shooter. And Paranormal Detective, this is a very, very cool escape room game that's now available on the Oculus platform. And finally, let's check out the sales this week. A Fisherman's Tale on Steam, awesome adventure, 35% off. Moss, one of the best third-person jump and run games, 34% off. Kali and the Reaperman, this is a co-op game in virtual reality, really good, 35% off. Then on the Oculus Rift platform, Defector, awesome action game, 54% off. Shadow Legend VR, and one of the best action RPGs, 54% off. Sprint Vector is an awesome sports game, 70% off. Raw Data, a really good action shooter with good graphics, 77% off. And my favorite horror game, Paranormal Activity: The Lost Soul, is 65% off. Yeah, that were the weekly news this week, guys. I hope you liked it. Give me a thumbs up, and if you like to support me, you can find everything in the description below. See you next time in virtual reality. See ya.
VoodooDE